I wanted to share with you my iPad holder that I can mount to any sort of keyboard stand, table, or just about anything. That way I can hold my iPad Pro, my regular little iPad 10, and this gets me out of trying to use this plastic little stand that I can hold my sheet music books, which is okay, but a lot of times the iPad or the iPad Pro is super helpful versus this little plastic thing that falls over all the time. So what I'm going to do is show you the details of how I built this, and I'll put links below into the description so you too can build this. Just requires literally just turning a couple of screws and you got it, no modifications or anything, which makes it super helpful because without springs, this setup is totally safe. A lot of different holders for iPads are spring-loaded, so if you pull the springs up and whoa, you end up dropping your multi-$1,000 iPad Pro onto the stage or the floor. I've looked at a lot of options and I didn't like this. This one is not spring-loaded. You just mount the iPad and it's held by the bottom. It's not by tension, so there's no way it's going to fall down. I just lock it down, screw a screw in the back, and I'm done. If I don't have my iPad Pro for some reason, I can put my regular iPad in here and perfect, it works and locks in. So let me show you the detail and up close of how this works. As you can see here, I've got a Can-Am sliding iPad holder. It can hold a pretty small iPad, even a mini, but this is the iPad 10. Completely locks in here, no problem. The nice thing again is it doesn't grip it from the side, so if you're bouncing on the stage and your iPad slowly falls out, this has a bottom holder, so there's no way it's going to fall out ever. Same thing with the iPad Pro with a Zugu case here. You can see this guy fits with plenty of space, plenty of overhead here. Let me tilt this up just a bit. And I just simply lock it down, lock it here, and voila, no problem. All right, so I've got my music up and I'm ready to rock, or at least trying to rock. So how this all setup works is, I'm going to take this off here. I've got what's called a super clamp. This super clamp will literally clamp onto the end of a table. It will clamp onto the beam right here, and all you just do is simply twist this and it cranks down, tightens up. And the nice thing is this has got a rubber foot here and it's got plastic here, so it's not going to damage anything that I'm using here. So I just simply put it on the square beam, I crank it down good and tight, and it doesn't wobble at all. The entire frame moves before it wobbles there. Then what I did is using this super clamp from Manfrotto, it's for photography, but it totally works for music, is I have a Sunway Photo. You can see the Sunway Photo tripod center column. This is carbon fiber, so it's not cold to handle. You can see the height here. I can loosen this up and raise this to about pretty darn high. Much higher than I would be comfortable. Let me zoom out here. Comfortable with, where it's almost too high in my face away from the keyboard. But it's got a flexibility, so depending on how tall or short you are. And all it does is, let me unscrew it and I'll show you. It's super, super handy. Is you see the thread in there? All this does is screw into the top of the super clamp, and I'm using this tripod stand upside down. That's the magic trick of how to get this to work well. And then all I've got is one little nut here, just one little nut that ends up being a male-to-male threaded adapter. And you can see right there, threaded adapter. And then this is the Can-Am holder, no springs, no screws. And if your device is real short, you can actually move this screw and put it down here. For shorter devices, that will actually fit an iPad mini, no problem. And then this head is tiltable, so if you need to make an adjustment, it's very easy to adjust. Let me screw that back on, and I will show you here. There we go, it's locked in. And now, depending on how much tilt I want, I can tilt this completely flat. I don't know why, and then I can tilt it vertical here, and then I can adjust it for the iPad. And that way, I can set it in here. And one detail is that I did take out, there's some guide rails in here. I did remove, let me zoom in here for you. I did remove the guides, and that allows the column to twist. This is meant for photography, but it totally works for music. And I can just lock this guy down like that, so I can twist it so if it doesn't screw on totally straight, it's easy to rotate this. Maybe you're sitting sideways. And then all you do is just put your iPad Pro right back in here. Just like there, you can see it holds in the bottom. We'll zoom out so you can see the whole thing. And then you just lift this up. And then with the, I'll loosen it so you can see it. There's a screw right back here. I simply tighten the screw. This doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't rely on springs. It is a great way to go and gives me complete confidence versus these clamps that hold it on. You lift your iPad out and pooh! There you go. That is a great, super secure, completely not going to fail on you. Check it out how much power that has for your very expensive iPad Pro, or if you're an Android user, if you use their pads, it doesn't matter at all. And this works with an iPad 10 just as easily. There you go. Check out links below in the description and in the discussion of all the parts that you can order. That way you can easily put this thing together and have your iPad completely clamped down without any risk of it flying off on the stage or even at home when you're practicing. It gives me complete confidence that this is going to work. Love it. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.